In 1994, a former Wall Street hedge fund executive named Jeff Bezos left a stable job at D.E. Shaw and drove across America to start an online bookstore from his garage in Seattle. 3 decades later, that bookstore has become something far more powerful and far more controversial. Amazon now controls nearly 40% of U.S. e-commerce, operates the largest cloud computing infrastructure in the world, owns Whole Foods, produces Hollywood films, builds surveillance devices for homes, and delivers billions of packages a year. It has reshaped how the world shops, reads, watches, and stores data. But behind the promise of free 2-day shipping, and later, same-day and even same-hour delivery, lies a system built on relentless pressure, algorithmic control, aggressive competitive tactics, and labor practices that have triggered global scrutiny. Amazon didn't just create convenience, it engineered dependence. And as customers embraced instant gratification, the machinery powering that speed became increasingly intense for workers, competitors, and even governments. This is the story of what it really costs to make everything arrive tomorrow. From the beginning, Jeff Bezos made one thing clear: profit could wait, growth could not. In the late 1990s, while most companies focused on short-term earnings, Amazon reinvested nearly everything into expansion. Warehouses multiplied, categories expanded beyond books into electronics, clothing, groceries, and eventually almost anything imaginable. Wall Street critics questioned the model. Amazon reported losses year after year, but Bezos insisted on long-term dominance. He wrote in shareholder letters about customer obsession and scale advantages. Behind that language was a strategy of market capture. By underpricing competitors and absorbing short-term losses, Amazon squeezed traditional retailers who couldn't sustain thin margins. Companies like Borders collapsed. Independent bookstores disappeared. By the early 2010s, Amazon wasn't just competing, it was reshaping entire industries. The more customers relied on it, the more data it gathered. Every click, every purchase, every search built a feedback loop. And once customers trusted Amazon for speed and reliability, alternatives began to feel inconvenient. Growth wasn't just expansion, it was entrenchment. Amazon didn't stop at selling its own products. It opened its platform to third-party sellers, creating the Amazon Marketplace. On the surface, it looked like opportunity. Small businesses could instantly reach millions of customers, but over time, critics began raising a darker concern. Amazon had access to seller data, sales volume, pricing performance, demand patterns. Multiple investigations, including reports by the Wall Street Journal in 2020, alleged that Amazon used this internal data to identify successful third-party products and launch competing private label versions under its own brands. Amazon denied systematically exploiting seller data, but regulators took notice. In 2022, the European Union accused Amazon of using non-public marketplace data to gain unfair competitive advantage. In the US, antitrust investigations intensified. Sellers described a relationship where they depended on Amazon for visibility, while simultaneously fearing being undercut by it. The platform wasn't just neutral infrastructure, it was both referee and competitor. And in a marketplace controlled by one dominant entity, the rules can shift quietly. To deliver instant everything, Amazon built one of the largest logistics networks on Earth. By the late 2010s, the company operated hundreds of fulfillment centers globally. Inside these facilities, speed is everything. Workers are tracked by handheld scanners. Algorithms monitor productivity in real time. Bathroom breaks, scanning rates, and movement patterns are measured. Former employees and investigative journalists have described intense quotas, physically demanding shifts, and constant surveillance. In 2018, reports emerged of warehouse workers collapsing from heat exhaustion in facilities without adequate cooling. In 2021, a tornado struck an Amazon warehouse in Illinois, killing 6 employees. Critics questioned emergency preparedness protocols. Meanwhile, Amazon has invested heavily in robotics to increase efficiency and reduce reliance on human labor. The company argues it offers competitive wages and safe working conditions, pointing to $15 minimum wage commitments in the US. Yet unionization efforts, such as the 2022 Staten Island warehouse vote, revealed significant worker dissatisfaction. Instant delivery has a hidden cost, and much of that cost is absorbed inside massive buildings few customers ever see. Amazon's expansion often leaves little room for rivals. When it entered new sectors, it frequently priced aggressively to gain market share. Diapers.com provides a well-documented example. In the early 2010s, the online retailer Quidsi gained traction selling baby products. Amazon responded by slashing diaper prices, reportedly at a loss. Eventually, Amazon acquired Quidsi and later shut it down. While such tactics are not illegal on their own, regulators have begun examining whether Amazon's scale allows it to engage in predatory pricing strategies smaller competitors cannot survive. In 2023, the U.S. Federal Trade Commission filed a major antitrust lawsuit accusing Amazon of maintaining monopoly power through anti-competitive practices. The complaint alleged Amazon punished sellers who offered lower prices elsewhere and manipulated search results to favor profitable listings. Amazon denies these claims, arguing that its practices benefit consumers through lower prices. But when a single company controls infrastructure, marketplace, logistics, and advertising, competition becomes complicated. Dominance can be subtle and systemic. Amazon is not just a retailer. It owns Ring doorbells, Alexa voice assistants, Kindle e-readers, Fire TV devices, and a massive cloud infrastructure called Amazon Web Services. Each of these collects data. Ring cameras have faced criticism for partnerships with local law enforcement, allowing police departments to request neighborhood footage. Privacy advocates argue such systems blur the line between consumer convenience and community surveillance. Meanwhile, Alexa recordings have been reviewed by human contractors to improve voice recognition, a practice that surprised many users when revealed in 2019. Amazon states that customer privacy is a priority and that users can manage data settings. But the broader pattern is clear. The more integrated Amazon becomes in daily life, the more behavioral data it can access. Oz, which powers major websites, governments, and corporations, generates a significant portion of Amazon's profit. It is the invisible backbone of the internet economy. And when infrastructure and commerce are controlled by the same entity, the scale of influence becomes extraordinary. Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO in 2021, handing leadership to Andy Jassy. But Bezos' philosophy still shapes Amazon's culture. Internal documents revealed a leadership principle known as Day One, the idea that Amazon must operate as if it is constantly at the beginning, aggressively innovating and refusing complacency. But Day One culture also meant relentless metrics, constant experimentation, and little tolerance for inefficiency. Former executives have described intense performance review systems where employees were ranked and called annually. Critics say the culture prioritizes output over sustainability. Supporters argue it drives excellence. Under Bezos, Amazon became not just a retailer, but a logistics empire, entertainment producer, cloud powerhouse, and AI innovator. He accumulated immense personal wealth, becoming the world's richest man multiple times. Yet his empire has also faced union battles, regulatory investigations, and global scrutiny. As governments debate breaking up large tech conglomerates, Amazon sits squarely in the conversation. Amazon delivered something the world wanted: speed, convenience, one-click simplicity. But building that system required relentless expansion, algorithmic management, aggressive competition, and unprecedented scale. It transformed consumer expectations permanently. Waiting days for delivery now feels unreasonable. Physical retail struggles to compete. Small sellers depend on a platform they do not control. Workers operate within tightly monitored environments. Regulators circle, questioning whether the cost of convenience is too concentrated. Amazon insists it innovates for customers, and in many ways it does. But every empire built on speed must sustain pressure somewhere in the system. The question is not whether Amazon changed commerce. It unquestionably did. The real question is whether instant gratification can coexist with fair competition, worker stability, and digital privacy. Because the next package that arrives tomorrow may carry a cost few ever calculate.